What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time checking it out, my name is Nate, and if you like video games, video game collecting, all of that good stuff, make sure you hit that subscribe button. For those that have been hanging out with me for a while, thank you so much. Thanks for checking out the videos. Thank you for liking the videos, commenting. I really appreciate it. This video I'm really excited to share with you guys because this is my game room. So let's take a look. This is my new game room. I don't know if you guys remember what my old space looked like. It was in a dingy basement, just bursting at the seams. I didn't really have a big collection, but just the space was so small that it was just really hard to navigate and just really difficult to pick games out, and just it wasn't really functional. So when we were looking for a house, we were specifically looking for a space that I could have a collection to grow. And so I got this space right now, which is in the basement. It's 500 square feet. We moved into this space in September with the potential of expanding down the hallway and into an extra bedroom. We still have a long ways to go before I even get to that direction. But you can see I have an awesome backdrop. This is something that I was really hoping to have in this new space. Just a place to display my box systems. So I have Rob the Robot, just different NES systems as well as some accessories. I never really intended having a cardboard collection, but I picked up a guy's entire collection down in South Dakota. Got a really good deal. You can jump to that video. The link is going to be down in the description below. But yeah, just an awesome space. I'm still looking for a couple of boxes to kind of round this collection out. So I still need a box top loader as well as boxed NES controllers and a box zapper. So those are things that I'm looking for. I know Midwest Gaming Classic is going to be coming up soon, and I've always gone with just hoping to find those things. Just haven't had any luck thus far, but just a cool space, something that I'm really proud to have. Over here, I kind of have some additional pieces. I have Nintendo Powers. This was something, again, that I never intended collecting, but you just come across this stuff and find some decent deals. So I think I might have maybe 40 to 50 Nintendo Powers. My goal is to have the first 100. I don't know. I'm not actively searching for them. I have to find a good deal on them. But this was a space that still kind of working on, trying to figure out if this is how I want it to look. It kind of takes up a lot of space right now, but it's working. I have some boxed Aladdin cartridges as well. These are things that I got from my buddy Ryan, aka Vidya Gamer. And just some cool pieces that I'm still trying to figure out how to display, where to display, etc. This space is wide open right now because I'm hoping to find some chairs that I really like to kind of focus on this retro gaming area. So this space is specifically designed and designated for retro gaming. So I have my TurboGrafx 16, Virtual Boy, Sega Genesis, Dreamcast, Super Nintendo, Sega Saturn, as well as some plug-and plays there, NES, and a Nintendo GameCube. This space has kind of grown so much. In my old game room, I didn't even have most of these systems. Some of the systems I had, they were just sitting in boxes because I didn't know what to do with them. But this space is just an awesome space to kind of sit down, play games with a lot of friends. And yeah, so I kind of just still working on this display, still trying to figure out how I want this to look. I got Castlevania playing on the Super Nintendo right now. Just an awesome game, but this is a great space. And then over here I have kind of a space designated for some more boxes, collectibles, and these are where the games are. These are what matters the most. So I have GameCube games here, Nintendo Wii, and Nintendo Switch. I still have games in storage that I haven't put out yet, and a few boxes sitting in our extra bedroom. I'm hoping to get to them very, very soon, but I thought the game room is close enough. Super Nintendo collection is very small. I had a larger collection before we moved, but some things kind of went away, and well, now I'm reacquiring and trying to get that collection back up and running. I have a random Famicom collection that came from Ryan as well. It was things that he was parting with, and they're very colorful, not quite practical, but they're really cool to have in the collection. TurboGrafx 16 collection is absolutely tiny, 3 games. But I love this system. I'm really getting into the system. Blazing Lasers, Super Volleyball, Keith Courage, so some really good games there. And yeah, this is just kind of a space that is going to be growing up along the main wall. I can always move these and add more shelving to kind of add more games as the collection grows a little bit. But this is a fun space. I would say everything in this space is very temporary because I just don't really know exactly where I want it to go. This is a space that gets used a ton. So this is the arcade space. I built my own arcade unit, I don't remember, a few years ago. I'll put the video down in the description below. So this is powered by a Raspberry Pi, something that I'm very proud of. And I just never really pictured myself building something like this, but I saw some plans and did a little coding on the Raspberry Pi. And I just got an updated image about 6 months ago, and it looks so awesome. So this is an opportunity for me to play those classics, the Pac-Mans, the cave shooter games. One of my favorite games on arcade is the Simpsons arcade game, and I finally get to play it. This is the arcade 1-Up. This is the Turtles. I got a really good deal on this. I actually went to Walmart, and it was on sale for $250, which is about half the price that it typically goes. And as I was going up to the checkout, there was a rip in the box, and the manager came up and said, "Oh, take an additional 10% off." So I got $25 off of it as well. It's a really good deal. This thing gets used quite a bit. I love having these arcade units because my kids, they can just play them, and I don't really have to worry about them scratching discs, breaking cartridges, or kind of taking things out of alphabetical order. So this is a space that I really like, and I've been very, very impressed with the 1-Up cabs. I know they got kind of some negative press at the beginning, but I've really, really enjoyed them, and they've had some really great licenses. I'm looking forward to seeing which ones they're going to be coming out next. I know they're talking about an NBA Jam cabinet with Wi-Fi capabilities, which is pretty awesome. So I think I might snag one of those. Again, I want a good deal on them. If they came out with a Simpsons cab, absolutely, I would snag that. And I hear they're actually coming out with some virtual pinball units as well. So I believe this space is going to grow exponentially, and we'll see where all of this ends up. So this is a space dedicated to new gen systems. The new gen systems are fairly new to me. I started picking those up, obviously Nintendo Switch on release day, and that was kind of my first new console. And about a year ago, I picked up a PlayStation 4 and have been really enjoying that system. So Nintendo Switch, I've been really enjoying. Obviously, Smash Brothers has been okay, but my favorite game is Breath of the Wild. I've played probably 300 hours. I've played it maybe 3 times all the way through. Have really enjoyed it. The PlayStation 4, I've just started really getting into. I love Red Dead Redemption 2. Horizon Zero Dawn was the very first game that I ever played, and just really enjoying that system. Love the graphics, the realism, all of that stuff. This space is dedicated to new gen consoles. So I have a 65-inch Vizio TV. I do a lot of editing here as well. I made my own PC, which is, I don't even know the specs of that anymore. I built that about a year ago. But I'll sit on the couch, do a lot of editing, just kind of hang out. I try to do game nights, Thursday nights, just seeing who's around, and have been really enjoying Cuphead as well as Overcooked 2. These cases here, I have a Nintendo Wii, got the Nintendo Switch down there. Kind of conceals everything, which is okay. Again, everything is really temporary until I kind of figure out what I want to do. Yeah, it's a cool space. I have some DVDs in the middle, as well as some controllers. And then I also have the last one, PlayStation 4, just the really basic. I think this is 500 gigs. Again, picked this up a year ago. And then I have my mini consoles. So I like to stream. I haven't streamed in a long time, but the mini consoles make it really easy to do. So my NES and Super Nintendo have both been hacked to play more games. And then my Sega Genesis, I really haven't tried yet. I have been using controllers on different things for some online gaming through my PC. But yeah, the mini consoles are awesome. I hope that they come out with more. I think I have a TurboGrafx 16, the mini, on pre-order, and just a system that I'm really curious about because the games are so expensive. And so anytime that you can find some, just all the good games for, I don't know, whatever it is, $80 to $100, it's definitely worth it. So this is a space that I absolutely love. Cuphead's playing right now, which has been a very frustrating game, especially when you're playing it with your son who's only 8 years old, and it can be very brutal. Sadly, I actually just checked how many times we died, and it's over 750 times, and we're not even halfway through. So very brutal game. Love it though. Love the art style. Love everything about it. And well, let's talk about the bulk of my collection. I think it's pretty apparent which system is my favorite system. This is my NES collection. I don't know if you guys remember, this is, I did a video on how I wanted to display these. This is all front facing using some Construction J channel, which is pretty insane. And my collection has definitely grown. My collection was very focused on the NES for the longest time. That's why it's the biggest collection. And a lot of these games came from thrift stores, came through flea markets and garage sales. And as time progressed, I went through different conventions, things like that, and have picked up a lot of different items. But the NES system is probably my favorite. It's the most nostalgic system for me. Games like Power Blade, DuckTales. I've really enjoyed Batman, and obviously Super Mario Brothers. The trilogy, Super Mario Brothers 3 is my favorite game of all time. Really love the Mega Man series as well. I have the entire series. Metal Storm, just a lot of different NES games. And the cool thing about this system is there's so many games, and there's so many good games that we still haven't really uncovered. I know with YouTube, a lot of games are deemed hidden gems and stuff like that, and we're probably getting fewer and fewer of those now, just because everything is readily available. But for me, I don't typically watch a lot of those videos, so I'm still learning what are good games, what aren't. So this collection has kind of grown into, I don't know, I think it's about 400 NES games, licensed and unlicensed right now. And I guess my goal with this system is to eventually have a complete collection That's not super realistic though with games like stadium events and championship cards, etc. But I will get as close as I can, which I'll probably be, I don't know, some of those big titles I probably won't be buying unless I find a really good deal on them. But just a system that I absolutely love. And the way I displayed them just kind of shows that I love the artwork of these. I love that my son can just run and grab a game and start playing it. And he's really getting into looking at the artwork and saying, well, is this a good game? I'm not really sure. And so this is a space that I've just really enjoyed. I love displaying these games, and just a system that's very nostalgic to me. There you guys have it. You've seen my game room. Thank you so much for checking out. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, but most importantly, make sure you share this video with a friend. I really appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next video.